It's an energy boosting cardio stretch with no equipment and no jumping. Let's go. Killer bees, we are already moving and grooving with some low swinging tappers. We are just getting started moving very gently because here's the dealio today. You guys, today's cardio stretch workout is honestly one of the most versatile workouts I think I've ever made, ever. No matter what your goal is, no matter what you are doing, this one's gonna be perfect for you. You guys, welcome to the workout. I'm Paula B. I'm your best middle-aged fitness friend. And around here, we are all about making peace with your menopausal body. And one of the best ways to make peace is to know what your body needs on any given day. And this video is what your body needs today. You guys, if you are losing weight, your goal is to work out moderately every single day. This is a perfect moderate workout. Our heart rate's gonna come up, but it's not gonna go crazy. If you are body shaping, this is actually a perfect active rest day all by itself, or if today is a push day for you, this is actually a really great warm up. No matter what you are doing or where you are going with your fitness, this one is for you, my friends. Here's what I've got going on. We're getting our heart rate up. You already noticed that. What we've got. I have no timer today. I know for those of you who have been around for a while, you're like, uh-oh, Paula not without a timer is Paula who's gonna do something for a little bit too long. I know, but here's what we're doing. We're listening to our body. We're getting some great cardio, absolutely no jumping, no transitions to the ground, not even, goodness gracious, I don't even think we have any squats today. This is nice, gentle, moderate, very beginner-friendly, knee-friendly cardio. And interspersed with that, I've got some glorious stretching for us, because what feels better than a nice stretch on warm muscles? We're gonna go ahead and get going with our first exercise with is skiers, which means that we've got our opposite hand and opposite foot going at the same time. Your feet are shuffling back and forth. Your hands are going up and down right in front of you. You can take this at whatever pace feels best for you. Honestly, if today is a moderate day for you and this is gonna be the entirety of your workout, you might go a little bit faster than me. This feels moderate to me, but I'm also kind of treating it like an active rest day, to be honest. So I'm not going super fast or super hard. That's not my goal today. It's always important to know what you want to get out of a workout. What I want from this is a little bit of sweat, a lot of endorphins, which are gonna come in just a couple of minutes, and a really good stretch. And in fact, we're gonna go ahead and do our first stretch here, which is a calf stretch. Go ahead and step back and put that heel on the ground. Now here's the thing, all of your toes need to be pointed in one direction. When you've got that back heel on the ground, that's the calf that's stretching. Front leg, you probably already noticed it, it's doing a little bit of work, isn't it? Let's go ahead and get back to that skier motion. This is what we are doing today. We're going back and forth between cardio and stretching because so often, my friends, we try to stretch on kind of cold muscles. And I will tell you that one of the best ways to hurt yourself is to accidentally stretch a cold muscle a little bit too far. I am all about injury prevention, prehab, and rehab around here. So we want to make sure that we are stretching some nice warm muscles. In fact, let's go ahead and stretch that other calf, making sure that all of our toes are facing forward, taking a nice deep breath. This is a great way to bring your heart rate back down. As mentioned, it's cardio today, but that doesn't mean that we have to go hard the entire time. Now here's what it looks like. We're gonna come back to those skiers again right now. In fact, for our single-sided stretches, this is a repeating, no repeat kind of workout. We're gonna stretch each side, either our leg or our arm or our abs or whatever we're stretching, 2 times a piece. For most of our exercises, that means that we're gonna be doing 4 cardio sections. You'll notice without a timer, some of them are gonna be a little bit longer, some of them are gonna be a little bit shorter. It kind of is what it is around here today, my friends. This is all about listening to what feels good to you. And honestly, what feels good to you is the thing that's gonna boost your energy. You know, when we talk about boosting our energy, sometimes we think about caffeine, am I right? Where we think about some way, something outside of us that helps us feel pepped up. But honestly, one of the best ways to boost your energy, let's go ahead and do that first calf stretch again. If you'd like to, you can add a little upper body this time. Doesn't that feel nice all along your chest, down into your hip flexors? Gonna go a little bit deeper this time if we can. The second time we stretch a muscle, sometimes it can go a little bit further. This is how we get a little bit more flexible. One of the nicest things you can do to boost your energy, though, my friends, is to simply feel happy, to feel energetic because of what you're doing. Let's go ahead and come back to those skiers. This is our last time. We're going to get our heart rate moving and grooving again, and then we're going to stretch that second side in just a little bit. For me personally, sometimes doing something a little bit outside my norm feels very energy boosting. I'm a little bit nervous about this one today because it's different. It's different than I normally do. And it's exciting for me because it's a little bit different than what I normally do. This kind of work, not too much, not too little, feels energetic to me. And I will encourage you, honestly, to think about what feels energy boosting for you. Let's go ahead and stretch that other side. Oh my gosh, taking that big step back. In fact, I can feel that this side already is a little bit more flexible. My left side tends to be more flexible but less strong. I never know which way it's going to go, though. Sometimes some parts of my body just feel tight and sore, and that's why this kind of workout can feel so glorious. When we get moving again, we're doing twisting high knees, which is literally exactly what it sounds like. We're going to go ahead and come on up. We're going to twist and bring up a high knee. Now, again, if you are getting more out of this workout, you could get your hands moving into it. You could turn this into a lot heavier cardio. Still don't have to do any kind of jumping, any kind of anything super fast. When your hands go above your head, your heart rate goes above its norm. When we are stretching again, here in just a couple of seconds, I'm gonna think about it right now. I'm gonna stand on my left foot, which means that my right hip is what's going to be stretching. This is a little bit of balance work too. Make sure your core is pulled in. In fact, let's go ahead and stretch. I'm gonna think about this, gonna balance and stand, and I'm gonna actually pull on my leg just a little bit so that I'm really twisting into it. Thinking about the twist coming from your abs rather than your leg, really feeling that stretch right back here in your hip. Ah, that feels good. And then coming right back to the cardio because that balancing act is pretty tough. That's actually why I don't have the timer on today. I had thought about a couple of different timing intervals that I might use with this kind of a workout, and all of them seemed good for some exercises and excessive for other exercises and other stretches. So I wanted to make sure that we do just enough of each kind of everything today. Here in just a couple of seconds, we're going to stretch the other side, really got our heart rates moving now, which makes the balancing a little bit trickier, and that's part of why I'm thinking about having good intervals for this. Go ahead and catch your balance. Let's stretch on the other side. Oh my goodness. Allegedly stronger balance on this side. A little bit trickier on the stretch though. Really feels nice. Back in your hip. Really thinking about pulling in your core, standing on a leg that is soft but strong. Your knee should not be locked, and feeling that stretch. Oh my goodness. And then coming right back to cardio. Awesome job. You guys, when it comes to boosting your energy, I will tell you that there is a very small window of opportunity. You know, we have to do something. Truly, one of the best ways to get energy is to spend a little bit of energy. It's kind of like money. You know, you got to spend money to make money. You've got to move a little bit to have some energy. Your body's very funny like that. It wants to exercise. However, I know you've noticed, if you are a long-time exerciser who is kind of struggling with this moderation at this age, you've noticed that there is a point of diminishing returns, my friend. Sometimes we work out a little bit too much. Let's balance and stretch. And that is where we find the Goldilocks of boosting our energy right here in the middle with a workout that is just enough, just challenging enough. Whew, yeah, challenging. Go ahead and come on back to that cardio because that balance feels challenging, where it's just enough and it's not too much. Now I know sometimes we mentally struggle with the part where we think what's enough. Enough, gosh, that should be an hour, that should be hard work, that should be super sweaty, that should be completely spent of energy. But you've noticed that sometimes that's too much. Our brain tells us one thing and our body has a very different message about what is enough. I will encourage you, especially on a day like today, no matter what you're doing with this workout, to think about what your body is telling you rather than your brain. Here's our last stretch on, oh my gosh, shaky legs on the last side, twisting into it, feeling that beautiful hip stretch. Also feeling plenty of work from the balance when it beeps. Nope, not gonna beep today, my friends. When we do cardio again, we're doing rainbow kicks, gonna reach up overhead from side to side like a rainbow, while kicking from side to side, one leg at a time. Now this is where you could really get your heart rate up. If today is an active rest day for you, like it is for me, I'm gonna bring this down a little bit, my pace, not super fast. Really thinking about enjoying the cardio without getting too sweaty. I will tell you, I actually considered leaving my hair down for this workout today. That to me, having my hair down is how I know sometimes that I don't intend to work very hard. I don't intend to get very sweaty when my hair is down. It's such a funny mental signal, but then I was thinking about some of the exercises that we're doing and I'm like, I don't want my hair in my face. So I put it up anyways, which means that I need to think about my pace. Let's go ahead and stand on from me, my left leg, and rainbow stretch over to the side. Both feet on the ground. Reaching one hand overhead. This is a glorious stretch all along the side of your body. In your armpit, down the side of your abs and deep into your hip and into your outer thigh. Just breathing and stretching. Go ahead and jut that hip out. And then here we go, back to cardio. Awesome job. Whoopsies, I'm doing rainbow knees rather than rainbow kicks. That was such a muscle memory thing to do. Isn't that funny? How your body, when it gets used to doing something one way, how you really have to ask it to do something else. You are doing such a nice job. And really, that's probably part of the problem with learning moderation. If moderation is new to you, you've been so used to moving at a high pace, maybe high impact, lots of jumping, lots of sweat, lots of intensity. Moving your body like this, it feels different. And different doesn't always feel good the first time you're doing it. I know that. I know how that goes. Let's go ahead and stretch the other direction, reaching high up overhead. Breathing. I realize that my knees are locked. Go ahead and soften your knees. Really feel the stretch. Pay attention. Come into your body and think about what it is saying to you. It is probably, if your body is saying the same thing as mine is, saying something along the lines of, oh my goodness, why don't we do this more often? And then we're right back to that cardio, my friends. I am the first to admit I don't spend a lot of time stretching. This kind of work is actually really a treat for me to take this at a different pace, a different level today. It's good for you, for your energy, for your brain, for your body, to move at different speeds and to try different things. This kind of workout might be a big stretch for you, no pun intended, to move at a pace that is gentle cardio. Sometimes those words don't seem to go together. Let's go ahead and stretch that first side again. Nice deep breath. Awesome. You know where I'm feeling this one right now? I'm feeling the stretch, obviously, in the side of my body, but where I'm feeling the work is up in my shoulders. I'm gonna be really glad when we are done with this last cardio. Whoopsies, I did my knee again. Here we go with the kick. I notice that when we do a lot of overhead work like this, that I really feel it when we're doing several intervals in a row. And I promise we're gonna stretch our upper body too. This is a full body workout today. You notice that it actually starts to feel like toning when we have our hands up overhead for long periods of time. We're getting a nice stretch, plus we're getting cardio. My friend, no matter how you slice it, this workout is enough. Awesome job. Couple more, and then we're gonna stretch. Have to think about where I'm balancing. Here we go, both feet on the ground and stretching the other direction. Oh my goodness. Now, when we get moving again here in just a couple of seconds, we're gonna have our hands up again. We're gonna be doing windmill tap backs, which means that we've actually only got one hand up at a time and the other one is reaching down. You're gonna have both hands and both feet nice and wide, reaching down towards your opposite foot. So let's go ahead and have hands and feet nice and wide. As you reach down, we're tapping back your opposite foot. Feeling really good about actually getting a bit of a stretch even while we are doing the cardio work. Feel free, especially after that last long interval, feel free to have your hands a little bit lower on this one, no matter how you're treating the day. If this is a moderate workout, a warm-up, or an active rest day, you don't have to have your hands up the entire time. You've noticed your heart rate's up no matter what. There's a thing called cardiac drift, and we are experiencing it. On this next one here, I'm gonna reach down, and it's a hamstring stretch. Go ahead and take a big step back, and then run your hands right down your leg wherever you can get to. If you can put your hands on the ground, put your hands on the ground. Not sure. Oh, I can get my fingertips almost, but then that feels like too much. So I'm gonna stretch wherever I can stretch to. You stretch wherever you can stretch to. I know you noticed that we are balancing by having that one foot back. My friends, here's the great thing about stretching. Let's go ahead and come back to those windmill tap backs. No matter how you stretch, there is work somewhere in your body. I know sometimes we think about stretching as being not work. And I'm always I'm so fascinated by that thought because I do it too. I absolutely think, oh, I'm just stretching. That's not work. That's not a workout. I'm not going to feel that. Oh my goodness, yes I am. This is, for all intents and purposes, a strength workout also because of this balance work that we're doing. By having our feet staggered, by having our hands up for extended periods of time, you are toning your muscles, my friend. Let's go ahead and stretch down that hamstring on the other side. Big step back. Whew, find your balance. Straighten your knee, but don't lock it. And then feel the stretch on the back of your leg. How low can you go that feels good? Here's the thing about a stretch. You want to stretch as much as you can. The point is to get more flexible. It's good for your muscles to have a nice big range of motion. But you also don't want to stretch to the point where it hurts. Let's go ahead and stand back up and do some more windmill tap backs. When you stretch too much, it's like doing too much of anything, truly. Doing too much strength, too much cardio, too much anything. You can hurt yourself. Stretching is meant to feel good, but it's also not something that you're going to get a lot of gain from immediately. Stretching takes every bit as much of patience and consistency as any other kind of work we do. I know, super frustrating, right? Gosh darn it, we have to get good at it by doing it regularly? That's not fun. And then let's stretch again on that first leg. Let's see how this feels. Can we go a little bit lower this time? Take a nice breath, hold in your core, and look at that. Fingertips on the ground, feels pretty good. I can tell that my muscles are warmer and they're feeling a little bit more supple from the work and from asking them to stretch. And then we come right back up to it. What a good job you are doing. Very nice work today. Now, I know if today is a push day for you, that you might already be thinking, wow, Paula, this is like the longest warm-up ever. And it's true. This is, as I mentioned, this is meant to be an entire workout in and of itself. If today is a push day for you, I will actually recommend a little bit shorter of a push workout for you, just because you're working out during your warm-up. If today is active rest, this is absolutely enough. And if today is a moderate day for you, you could possibly add on maybe a little bit more stretching, honestly. I've got all kinds of videos for you. We're gonna do one more on each side, and then we're stretching on our last side. Big step back and down we go. I've always got more for you if you'd like a little bit more. But I also always encourage you to listen to your body and find your sweet spot. Just because I have suggested videos on screen doesn't mean you have to do more. I rarely do, honestly. I like to be done with my workout when I'm done with my workout. You guys, when we stand back up, which we are going to do right now, we're going to go ahead and doing some booty kicker jacks. Oh, doesn't that feel nice? Still got our hands up overhead, still got our heart rate up nice and high, and you can probably guess that we're going to be stretching our quadriceps. Now this one, a little bit more balancey again. If you are feeling like your heart rate's up kind of high and like this balance is going to be tough, go ahead and be standing next to a wall, next to a chair, next to your sofa. You can always hang on to something while we are doing balance work, and especially while we are stretching. The point of this workout is much more about the stretch than the balance. The bonus, of course, is the balance. Here we go and do a quad stretch. If you can grab your foot behind you, grab your foot behind you. If you can't, again, put it on something. Wherever you can feel the stretch in your quadriceps, which is the front of your thigh, then that is a perfect place for your thigh to be. Everybody's stretch is going to look different, especially from mine. I'm not especially flexible. Here we go with those booty kicker jacks again. Nice job. Everybody has their own, well, everybody has their own everything, honestly. Your skill set is your skill set. Don't worry if you can't stretch as much as me or if you're stretching significantly more than me. Wherever you feel the stretch, you are stretching, and that is plenty. Be careful listening to your body. Always a good idea. Let's stretch the other quadriceps. The trick on this stretch, particularly for me, I noticed it when I grabbed my foot, is to not let the back of your thigh cramp while you are stretching the front of your thigh. For lots of us, it's kind of hard to come into a full stretch, which is why I recommend having a chair or a couch or something nearby. That really can be enough of a stretch to really feel it in the fronts of your thigh without getting too much work in the backs. Awesome job. And then here we go, back to those booty kicker jacks. I had to think about what I'm doing with my hands and feet there, you guys. I tell you what, no matter how much or how little cardio this is for you today, it's still cardio. I'm still feeling the work, especially when we're doing those balance exercise. And this is why I did not have long intervals set for us on the Gym Boss today. I wanted to make sure that it was going to be just enough. Making sure that you're breathing. Core is always pulled in tight no matter what kind of work we're doing. And then let's go ahead and stretch that first side again. Awesome job. What a great reminder to pull in your core and remember to breathe. No matter what kind of work you're doing, we're always thinking about excellent form. We're always thinking about moving our body with purpose, even and especially when we're moving quickly, like booty kicker jacks. Here we go. You guys, the faster you are moving, the more risk you are at of injury if you are not thinking about excellent form. Now, our bodies, honestly, they have a lot of wiggle room for what you can do before you actually injure yourself. But I will tell you that one of the smartest and nicest things that you can do for yourself is know where your core muscles are and pull them in no matter what kind of work we're doing. But especially when we're balancing like this, your core muscles are the reason you can balance. I know you feel it in your feet, your ankles, maybe your calves, maybe your thighs, maybe your glutes, but your ab muscles, your deep core stabilizers, are actually doing all this work. You guys, when we get moving again, we're doing wide open side kicks. We get to keep our hands a little bit lower. Isn't that nice? So we're doing wide open side kicks. It means we've got our elbows at about shoulder height. Here we go. We're going to open up wide while we kick to the side. Actually feels like a really nice stretch on your inner thigh while we're doing the cardio part. Now this one, gonna go a little bit faster because it's not single-sided. When we're stretching open our chest. And I know that you can already start to feel that. It's why we're doing the cardio work first, kind of warming up the muscles that we're just about to stretch, and then we come into this stretch. In fact, let's go ahead and put both feet down and wide, wide, wide open. Let your hands fall back. You can arch your back a little. Be careful to have your core pulled in, of course. But letting your hands fall back with gravity really, really, really stretches right there in your armpits. Our chest muscles do so much work for us. Here we go back again. Whoops, with those wide open side kicks. I was trying to do booty kickers again. Those wide open side kicks feeling so nice, but our chest muscles. Have you noticed in the modern world when we are hunched over our computer or hunched over our phone all day long, like I am too, your chest muscles have gotten really tight. They're constantly in a state of being a little bit constricted. That kind of stretch on your chest can feel almost too difficult, truly. I notice it sometimes when I have been especially stuck at my desk, especially into my phone. I really feel that wide open stretch. Go ahead and open it up and out. Nice and big. Nice deep breath, especially while your chest is wide open like this. And this is all we've got. That was not single-sided. So we're going to come back to forward hinge arm flappers, my friends. Hands up and down we flap. Excellent job. Really thinking about driving this motion with your booty. This is cardio. Hands are up, hands are down. Hands are doing jumping jacks. Your body, your lower body is basically doing a deadlift. And so what we're doing is keeping our core pulled in tight. When we are ready to stretch here in a couple seconds, and yes, I almost said when it beeps. When we're ready to stretch here in a couple seconds, we're going to come into about a half of our forward fold, and we're going to curl our back, curl down into it, give ourselves a big hug. Let's go ahead and stretch. Give yourself a big, big, big hug. I know this ruins my audio, but you're going to wrap your hands around you as tight as you can. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing this great work today. We've got one more of these. We're going to come up into the forward hinge arm flappers. And my friends who are used to my workouts, you're like, wait a second, Paula, there's no finisher? No, you guys, as promised, this is the most versatile video I've ever made. Here on screen, you're going to find all kinds of options. You can do a little bit more cooling down, a little bit of stretching, or you can move on to a push day if you'd like to, or always an option, you can be done. You can be done and finished. Let's go ahead and stretch one more time. Curl it down. Oh, big, big, big hug and a pat on your back. Oh, my friends, I'm so proud of you. What a great, great, great job you did today. No matter what you choose to do next, I'm so grateful that you were here with me for this one. Make sure you click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.